We're live. Microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2. What am I missing? What am I missing? I'm missing chords. I'm missing chords.
We got a good night without it, and it didn't sound so bad. Like we could.
The only thing it is kind of a waste. A waste that we don't use the what you call it, because then we don't even know what kind of sound we're doing or when it's soundboard is obsolete. Hey y'all, yep, we're here. Late again. Ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. I'm blaming Destiny. Always Destiny's fault. Destiny always late. You hear me, Destiny? So our intro gonna be we late.
Mama.
Bailey, go in the other room. Go in the other room.
Can I have this?
Bailey, bye. No,
more
no.
juice?
Bailey, bye.
Can I have this?
Bailey,
There's
bye.
no more juice?
I just said bye then.
Okay.
No,
Huh?
no. There's some juice behind there. Maya can give you some juice. Or her some juice, Maya, in one of them cups. You don't need a soda.
There's something on the back of the refrigerator. Y'all gotta open your eyes. I bet if y'all was looking for something y'all wanted, y'all to find it. I'm gonna start getting on y'all about that. Everybody say, where's that? I might well come and fix it for it then.
Right. The juice sitting in the same spot as this sitting in.
We got no what's called yet. But you know what? I don't know what it is on Destiny. It's something when it say public on my what you call it page. For my for the custom print page. But it don't say like it's public for my page. You see what I'm saying? And my page is public though. My regular page. My regular
So
page.
when it load up.
I'm loading it up and the different spots that it's going to. It's not telling me that it's public. So that's another thing too. So that's sometimes like when I share with people, only them can see it. Sometimes. I gotta figure that out. Hello, microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey. I can't hear nothing because I ain't got no earbuds on.
Baby, watch out.
I was looking for the iPad. I left it at home. I'm gonna try to hook that up first. You see, try to see if I can hook it up straight up to here. We got a way to do it. Cause there's a thing on the iPad too that says podcast. You know, on the tablet, on the iPad.
You said did what?
There's a thing on there that says podcast. So
On the tablet?
on the tablet, because I could see it on that one in there because I was looking for the other one. Microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. Yeah.
Shield by the way. Why is it my head? Why is it my head? This is mine.
Man, come over here.
Yes, babe, go over there. Watch it, watch it.
Man, you already left the room. Go work.
Bailey, don't tell stories on me. Okay. Microphone check 1, 2. Mhm.
Mine only came a little bit. Mine might came
Baby,
a little bit.
I'm on. Bye.
I get some more.
Bailey, no.
I should get more.
Bailey, get you some water and stay out of here now. I'm not going to say it again either.
But do you need a belt?
I might.
Because it sounds like you need a doctor.
Go straighten it in. Miss Bailey. Where did you go? I left all the snacks for today home. I went back by the house too. That's the funny thing about it. You know what we can do? Right here. Hello. We here. We live. We getting it together. We getting it together. We live, y'all. We're up to straight up Monday. A Monday after what? Easter Sunday. Resurrection Sunday. How you want to call it? I need you to how to fix that this banner behind you.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to,
We live. Hello. Something ain't working. I don't hear it set off. Hello? Okay, I can hear it now. You sit down below if you want to. Okay. I'll probably would have set that down. Yeah. Okie dokie. Oh, that's some good sound though right there.
okay.
It's all
I wonder why this keep on coming
It's
down.
a nail up there. I never put it back up there. You see it up there on the.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Did it come down before?
Mhm.
Okay. Because I never fixed it. I ain't gonna say no sure. Because I'm too short.
but I need to figure out why I keep coming down.
After this week, when we get to get everything straightened out, nobody will be able to access this room unless we let them in it. So that might help. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That might be help. Because you can be coming in and out and doing stuff they ain't got no business doing. It's the Auntie and Niece show. Where y'all at? Facebook. Let's see. I need to get this. Your phone dead again?
Yeah, but I have seen it. We up.
Oh, I know we up. I just want to do some sharing. Go to our pages and share. Try to share it. Snoop Dogg.
Wait, do this.
So, I know you heard about all this U.S. currency stuff.
What?
You ever heard nothing about it?
What? Yeah.
Basically, all the countries is trying to go against the U.S. dollar.
What?
And they teaming up and trying to like make it where our dollars don't matter, and pretty much they trying to mess up our currency. is so far. So they said the new currency uh domination sequence and plan and it says have been developed with the Advanced Counterfeit Committee since 2011. I guess let me see.
So basically, what did you say? They
They
copying
basically
our money? They
no,
trying to
they
take.
basically trying to take our money.
They trying. What do you mean take our money? I don't understand.
Okay, maybe I'm saying it wrong.
I'm trying to understand.
They said the U.S. dollar is expected to trade at 106.10 by the end of this quarter, according to Trade Economics Global Micro Modes and analysts expect expectations. Looking forward, we estimate to trade. So I don't really know. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Is the dollar getting stronger? Why is the dollar moving? Okay. So pretty much, from my understanding, a bunch of the different countries is grouping together to basically not use U.S. dollars anymore.
Wow.
That's my understanding. I'm not quite sure if I'm saying it right. I haven't done my whole research on it as far as like what exactly is going on. But if anybody out there got an answer or and can tell me more or tell us more. But yeah, they trying to basically ban our dollars from the different
Wow.
countries or and make it where our dollar ain't worth nothing to them.
Wow.
But it's like a lot of countries that banded together.
Oh, no.
Like Russia,
Oh, Russia
Iran, China.
That's crazy. Ain't that how they say it? That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Iran, you said? Well, they. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you. U.S. Sometimes I think we soft because they let all these different people from these different countries in here to build up their self, and then turn around and try to shoot us down and try to shoot us down, make us into the quote unquote bad guys. But everybody run the USA, and we try to be fair. Quote unquote bad guys. Let me go. I'm turning this down. I want to hear the sound right here. See, this is what I'm saying right here. Look, no, my post did not let me share it, but I don't know, understand why. It's supposed to be public. Edit privacy. See, it said only me. For some reason, they keep doing that. I have to keep doing that. To make my post.
Yes, they trying to dethrone. Can U.S. and China, can Russia and China succeed in dethroning the dollar?
Mm-hmm.
Russia turns to China as its foreign currency of choice. It supports its trade with other countries. Since being shut out of much of the global financial system, Russia has sought alternatives to soften the effect of Western sanctions.
So they want to make our dollars nothing, but this is where all of them run to when they try to want freedom and all this kind of stuff. I don't understand. It's like you shoot your own self in the foot, in a sense. It don't, to me. It don't make sense. So maybe I'm wrong.
It said the two biggest global politicals rivals of the United States wants to counterbalance the dominance of the dollar of the dollar worldwide. Elsewhere, Ukraine has won the IMF first loan to a country at war. Brazil, China strikes trade deal agreement to ditch U.S. dollar. I guess Iran has joined Malaysia to discuss Asian monetary funds to reduce dependencies on U.S. dollars. So they trying to get a lot of different countries and a lot of people on board, and they trying to leave us behind.
That's kind of deep.
Hey,
I said a lot of these, A lot of people, I don't know. I don't know. That just kind of bothers me.
Yeah. Well, you already know. It go back to me. For me, it go back to the Bible and how they was talking about, um, you know, making it where everything is like chips and this, that, and the other. And that's how I feel like some of that stuff is just heading towards the chips, which sucks, but it's all
When they do
coming
that post,
around.
they be like, everybody. How did they just say everybody or everyone?
I think it's everyone. Yep. So I really wanted to touch on that because I felt like that's crazy. How everybody want to be against the sauce.
Everybody want to come here and get their piece of the American pie, but they don't. Then they want to turn against us. But we still letting them open and letting them in with open arms. That's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sticker here.
that's deep. Huh? Savannah, go sit down.
Go sit down.
Go see. Go see what they're doing in there. Yeah, check it out, Savannah.
How you been? How you been doing today?
Today has been a long day. I've been up since about 5:30 this morning, and I've been somewhere everywhere. Um, School board trying to get my baby back into school because the school she was attending put her on virtual learning, which means I gotta quit my job and be a school teacher.
Yeah.
Because ain't no such thing as virtual learning if the teacher ain't teaching her.
Right.
Who teaching her?
Right.
Who's gonna assure that she's doing the things that she needs to do? And she it wasn't working for me. I tried it. I did it for a whole almost 2 weeks. I was trying to, and it was just throwing my whole balance of how I work my day really off, and it just kind of it bothered me, hurt me. It just kind of, it was like I understand. I respect school teachers. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those ones that don't respect the school teachers and things like that. I respect them to the utmost. And I mean, I had designed a whole team of people, a whole team of people. My godmother, my sisters, my brothers, um, just different people, cousins, friends, whoever I knew that had her best interest in mind. I had designed a whole team of people that would, if they didn't do nothing else but go to her school and kind of just observe her day, what's going on, trying to figure out what's going on. My sister, the funny one to tell you, she was like, the whole class is off the chain. The whole class, yeah, and my baby in the first grade, so she got a whole first grade of kids that ain't nobody doing nothing.
Hmm.
Nobody doing nothing. Nobody's learning nothing. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I I blame us parents.
Yeah.
If our kids is not doing what they're supposed to do in school, because the teachers ain't there to babysit and all that other stuff. They're not there to babysit our kids. They're there to teach our. They went to school to become educators to try to teach our kids how to manage life. Period. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go to school to learn how to be um fighters and all that kind of stuff, and be fighting with our kids and stuff like that, and acting, trying to, the stuff that our kids do, and then we condone it, turn around and condone it. That kind of that makes me feel some kind of way.
I do feel like that's part of being in the community and helping the community. If you see that your child is struggling, then you come up to the school, you find out that the class is going through. I do agree with you when you said that a lot of parents need to start coming up to the class, maybe like taking turns, maybe like getting in like a small group chat and working on maybe one or two parents coming up there once a week or every other day or something like that to probably help out with the classroom. Because like you said, how can teachers teach? You know, in those type of environments. And I used to be in mental health, and it was hard. Like when one kid have a crisis, it was hard to manage or maintain even 16 kids.
Exactly.
I had 16 kids, and if one is in crisis, all 15
Or end up in
they,
crisis. 'Cause-
or and they don't get what they supposed to get for that day,
exactly.
which is therapy or whatever the case may be, because it's only what 6 maybe adults working, and if you got 3 to 4 work helping with a crisis, you got 3 to 4 trying to watch 15 kids. You know what I mean? Trying to keep them from having crisis, like it's hard. And I wasn't even a school teacher with the 25 25 count. I had only 15 or 16 kids, and it was, you get what I'm saying? It was a little, it's a challenge. It is a challenge. So I understand what you're saying, T. And I'm happy that she able to get back in school now.
Me and you both, because it was weighing down on me. I'm not gonna even try to pretend that I was that I thought I could handle it. I couldn't. That's why I respect teachers, school teachers, because that's what they went to school to do. That's what they went to school to do. They went to school to be educators for our kids and to teach our kids stuff, and for them to learn, they gotta be able to sit there and learn. You know. Whew. I'm trying to tag some people because I'm having technical difficulties sometimes with my when I'm sharing my sharing this on the podcast, sharing it to people so people know that we're live. Um, because I'll be wanting to make sure people know that we're live. Because a lot of people always ask me, I never know when you go live, so that's what I'm sitting here doing. So y'all forgive me for this one, this time, but I'm really trying to make sure that people can get on here and see what we're doing. Um, I mean, other than that, everybody up there, share. Can you share? Can you share it for me? Share our podcast. We might got a comment here. Let's check and see. Hey, Vanika. Okay, I see you on there, girl. I see. I'm trying to share it with everybody. Get this out here. We're looking a little rough. Monday. It's a Monday morning. A little rough. Next week, we're gonna be cute. Don't we keep saying that? But we cute anyway. Sure, we cute in our natural habitat, you know. But I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. Today seems it's a pretty nice day out there. It's nice and sunny and everything, but I just feel gloomy.
I think it's because it's fake.
It was a fake nice day.
Yes. Like
Okay.
we all know it's fake, and I feel like people need to make sure they wearing their coats and and wearing them like jackets and stuff, because people be acting like, oh well, it's hot outside. About to, yeah, okay. And tomorrow we about to have a spike of COVIDs, spike of flus, and people with colds, because it's gonna end up being what, 50 degrees tomorrow, 70, 80 today, but it's gonna be 40 tomorrow, and y'all gonna be sitting up here coughing and hacking, and just make sure you got a mask around me, baby. I just told my kid that too. Don't go to that school tomorrow thinking that you cute because it's hot outside. You better have on that hoodie or that coat, because I'm telling you, it's fool's weather. And I sound like an old person,
you,
but it is fool's weather.
you your mama's daughter.
And so don't be fooled. And don't be a dummy. Don't be a fool.
Let this weather trick you,
For real.
because it tricks a lot of people, and we just, man. Hey Terry, how you doing, cuz?
So
Well, we here, y'all.
I'm just trying to do a check-in.
Yeah. Anybody out there, check in with us. Let us know you hear us. We sound pretty decent. Let us know what our quality of our sound is. We've been working with this system for a second now. We trying to perfect it. Let us know. we be wanting to I be wanting to talk about a lot of stuff, but I had last week we kind of got a little off. We didn't get off course. I think we was where we were supposed to be because sometimes you just have to be where you're supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Live in the moment.
And
So the problems is
so when we get to subjects like that, we just have to use that moment. I had said the first 2 weeks of this month, I wanted to kind of talk about loss and grief and things like that because in my family alone, we've experienced quite a quite a few different losses in the last year, and it's like, man, it's, I be saying to myself, when is it gonna stop? God just gotta help us out, you know. Let us know what we doing wrong, or let us know what we meant to catch with this situation. So it's just we be we dealing with it. That's what I know that much. I tagged a lot of people. Anybody I tagged, y'all do me a favor and share. We want everybody to. Anybody want to come on? Want to talk about any kind of loss you got? You know, what have you had? It could be anything. You could have lost your puppy. You could have lost. You could have lost a bunch of money. That's a loss. Anything that affects you internally because of a loss, just let us know about it. We want to talk about it. We want to give you a chance to get it out your system, or tell us how you dealt with it so that we can maybe help somebody else, or maybe what you went through can help somebody else. I know sometimes we got to bump our own butt to know it hurt because that's how it goes. Sometimes my grandmother said you got to bump your own butt to know that it hurt. Um, so,
mhm.
mm,
you
yeah.
got you got like different stages of grief. And
Oh yeah.
people don't really be even realizing that they actually going through it.
Mm-hmm.
Or they do and they, don't
Yeah.
know how to explain it or don't know
Yeah.
where they at or don't know how to categorize it. But they got like shock,
Mm-hmm.
you got like denial and anger
Mm-hmm.
and like bargaining. I I really don't understand what bargaining means, but that's one that they say like bargaining. I'm thinking they mean like bargaining with your feelings or bargaining. What you think that could possibly mean
I don't know.
with
That's
grief?
that's deep, and I guess you be trying to bargain with God or something. Maybe that's before you have the actual
Mm,
loss. That's
mm,
before you be like, God, if you just let me get through this, or God, if this happened, or God, if that,
yeah.
or something like that. Maybe that's what they mean. I'm gonna Google it while we're talking about it here, so I can kind of see what they're saying about it, so that I can understand a little bit because I be trying to understand.
Then they say you got like depression,
Yeah.
acceptance slash hope, and then processing grief. Actually processing the grief. Um, so you got like 7 stages of grief is what they tried to say. It's like um, I don't know for some reason like when I first go through like grief or when I first go through things, I
Mm-hmm.
really be in shock. And I know you witnessed that for me.
Mm-hmm.
I be in shock. I can't. I don't know what it is. Like for me, I go through like a avoidance slash shock type thing. Like, and I think it's just because like I already feel like I don't know how to really handle my emotions that much when it comes to like things that really like make me upset or angry. I feel like I cannot. So I think I try to avoid, and I don't know. It's not always the right thing to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially when people care about you. Like I literally avoid people. I avoid sometimes my kids because I noticed I did that. I avoid like just everything. Work.
I'm gonna tell you.
I mean, it's not always a good thing, but I do.
Yeah. But but you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this about it. I think I do. I think work and just trying to push myself through is the way I get through my different stages of grief. Even if I'm angry, sad, all the different stages that they say that they are
Hmm.
of grief, I'll go through them, but I have to keep moving,
Yeah.
and that drives me crazy. So I seen. I was just looking. I googled it. because I didn't get a chance to look it up, but I just know how I feel when I'm dealing with grief. And I knew there was different stages of grief. You said 7 stages of grief, and that kind of threw me off because I always seem to say 5 stages of grief. So I just kind of Googled it and um processing grief and getting help. Okay, so then what I'm looking at when you said 7 stages of grief, what's added to it is acceptance and hope. Looks like in processing grief. Um, I'm just gonna go through it again. Bargaining. We got the bargaining, the anger, the denial, the shock, denial, anger, bargaining, depression. Then we got acceptance and hope, and then processing grief. So I'm thinking
Bargaining.
the acceptance and acceptance and hope, and processing grief is this two added. Like maybe because every somebody always adding
Like
to
every
something.
year, certain
some-
5 years.
Yeah,
or
somebody re-evaluate the situations and come up with different
Mm-hmm.
things of it. Because then you got denial, isolation, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Those are
The 5 stages.
those were the 5 stages.
So the other two sound more like when you at the end of it, or in when it's like over. Oh
I don't think over.
no, not over, but like I don't know. I guess that would be just. I don't know. I guess they did just add. They just added it
They
because
added in there because
grief is that's at the end. That's when everything is.
you get. See, I think I don't know why I was
Can
looking
you-
for something like internalizing it. But I think the thing about grief, I don't think you get over it. I think you learn how to deal with it. You make it a part of your new whatever. Because I know with the loss of family members, it's strange, and it's strange. It's like dang. Um, Let's just go back just about a year or so, a little over a year ago. Um, we had a cousin that passed away, and he was just maybe about 5 or 6 years, maybe about six, maybe 6 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? But we all kind of grew up together, and him passing, it was deep for me because I may not have talked to him on the phone every day or seen him every day or nothing like that, but I knew that he was there if I needed him for certain things.
Yeah.
You know, by trade, he was an electrician. That's something that he did. If I ever needed some kind of electrical stuff done or something like that, I can always call him and say, "Hey, cuz, I need this done. What's this gonna cost me?" I ain't call him because he's my cousin. Should I get him to do it for free? Because that was a business that he was operating, and I respect people in business because I want people to respect me in business
Right.
and respect my time, my craft, and this is what I get paid for. So, I would call him and I would talk to him about certain stuff, about electrical stuff or whatever. And if he could do it, if he could fit it in his schedule, or if he couldn't do it himself, he always had a friend that was doing something that would come in. But it's like, man. And then he worked for not the cable company Spectrum. But he worked for when it was Warner Cable and now it's Spectrum. But he was working. I used to always every time I see a Spectrum truck, not the regular Spectrum truck. He used to do the bucket truck. He used to get up on the pole.
Okay.
He was that man. They needed a bucket truck when he come out, and he come out with that specialty truck. Because he knew what he was doing. He wanted to be up on them wires, shaking or whatever. He'd trick you like that too. He had a wicked sense of humor. He had a wicked sense of humor, so he'd get up there and act like he's shocking or something. But I would look every time I see a bucket truck, I'd be looking, trying to see was that him, or something like that, and I still catch myself when I see one of the like Spectrum bucket trucks or something catch myself and I'd be like, oh, he don't work for them no more. He out of here. He ain't one. He doing cable somewhere else in heaven, if that's what he wanted to do, So, but yeah, so I would always it would make me look, when I see that, then maybe not long after that, then I had a younger cousin. He passed on too, and he was young, 20 something years old, 20, 22, 23 years old. You know, and that's a heartbreaking thing. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, it was unexpected. It wasn't like you know we was expecting something like that to happen to him. And you know, he used to come down to my store, or he would call me like, "Hey, cuz, cuz this," or he'd inbox me, "Cuz, you got some work over here at your store for me to do?" Something like that. Something like that. And I would when I did need something done, some quick little jobs done, I could call him up and he'd come by and he'd take care of it. Sometimes he'd come by and take care of it. He didn't come every time. Or he'd tell me he on his way and didn't make it. But yeah, it breaks my heart because that was a young life that was cut short, and you never know. Now you wonder what that person will be doing in 20 years. I can't wonder. We don't think that the person is gonna leave us like that. So yeah, but
It's hard to accept though,
it is.
especially like me. You talk about this a lot, but it's hard to accept, especially when it's like violence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like living home, coming back home, it's been like a real wake up call. Away from it was never easy. It was actually a little bit harder for me to deal and to mourn uh um with death when I wasn't at home in Milwaukee,
Right.
because what I'm saying, I wasn't able to be there with like my family and different stuff like that, and or my friends, or my loved ones when something happened to someone. So it was real hard for me. Like I really went through a lot. Like I went through a lot when one of my god brothers got killed. He was killed. I'm not mistaken. That's my book. Still in 2019. It was 2016.
Okay.
Yes, 6 years ago.
Okay.
Um, and he got killed. Yeah, it's about 2016, 17, 2017, 2017, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, like 2017. He was killed um basically for nothing. Uh Pretty much just really just living his life. Ended up getting in a drive-by in Milwaukee. And it was real hard for me to deal with that, because I was used to being around them all the time, used to like seeing him every time I came back home, and it took a lot out of me to deal with like a lot of deaths. Like I had aunties and granddaddy and a lot of people that passed away, and so it was real hard. And now that I'm back home, it still be hard. It's still tough.
It's it's
It's
strange.
tough,
I know.
but it's like it's a little bit easier on me because I'm around. I could be around my family and really like be there and not, have to leave out of town. I'm able to like be a little bit more support, a little bit more moral support
Right.
for my loved ones, like being able to touch them and things. But
Right.
it's always hard dealing with violence and death like that. Don't get me wrong, we love every single person the same, just if they pass away. But I think it's just a lot harder to deal with, a lot harder to accept when it's like violence.
Yeah. And when somebody just gone, like bam, gone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But yeah, they said that I guess it's different, like also different like ways of mourning. It's like avoidance and confrontation and accommodation. I guess like avoiding just the situation, or confrontation meaning probably like fighting and arguing with people,
Yeah.
or actually confronting the fact that somebody passed away. Because sometimes you could probably like again avoid it. And then accommodation, I'm thinking that's probably what, like more like trying to overly accommodate others or something like that.
It could be. But you know what? I think when I'm thinking about grief, the different stages, and I watch how different people act and react in grief, I'm the loss, the hurt, the different feelings like that is always there. But a lot of times I'm at peace with a lot of stuff because I really, really, really am. I'm trying to say I'm perfect because I'm far from perfect. But I try to be at peace with people. I try to I try to be I try to I try to give out the same love I want to get back.
Mhm.
And if I know what me and your relationship is, anything happen to you, it's gonna tear me up. Don't get me wrong. But I'm at peace with I know what relationship me and you had and where I was in your life. A lot of people I notice when people
I like
die,
that. That's another way to look at it.
when people die and you could be at odds with them or you could have been half treating them and you know, not being the best person you could be to that person when you could have been. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you gotta overly compensate with anyone, but if you're just not if you zero to this person's 100 and you know that already, and then something happens to that person, you be the person that's trying to jump in their casket at the end. You know.
A lot of times people do be doing that.
and
And I ain't trying to be funny and like hurt nobody's feelings, but can you please stop doing that?
yeah.
I'm sorry.
They not going to.
Just stop. No.
You know.
Because it'll make the funeral longer. I'm sorry. I told y'all I got some. I'm bogus.
I be wanting to do like
I'm petty. Look, we talking about something serious here. See, your niece don't got it on.
I know.
Stop doing that at funerals, B. We love you.
But you ain't gotta jump in that person's casket to know that.
Listen, man.
To know that you love that person and that you're gonna miss that person because.
Then, like, to be honest, if that person was here, they probably wouldn't want you crying all on them like that.
For sure.
Snotting on them and stuff. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying. Jesus
don't
Christ.
mess up my nice suit.
And if I pass away, I love everybody. But do not, please, and I repeat, do not get in the casket with me because I'm just going to push you out. I am. I'm going to push you.
Snatch you on in and take you out before your time.
All right, but that was a little jokey joke part. Trying to make it calm.
I had said you. I had got to the point. I ain't gonna lie. I had got to the point where I said I don't even want no funeral.
So you don't want a funeral?
I said I didn't want no funeral. People stop looking. I don't need nobody coming in there looking down on me to make sure I'm really dead. I'm serious. That's how I feel. I'm serious. I promise. I said I told a couple of my wicked nieces that's like me. You know, we twisted sometimes. I told them I got a picture I want you to give everybody and tell them people that you know I ain't having no funeral or they not invited to my funeral. I did. And if they was listening right now, they'd get on here and tell you what I said.
So you told these people don't let you have a funeral?
Mm-hmm. I told them, I said, well, if this person, this the list of people, if they show up at my funeral, stop them at the door and give them this picture right here and tell them I said this is what they did.
Am I on the list?
No, you ain't know that. You might be one of the enforcers of it.
Look, I had to make sure I went on the list.
No, but it's just so many people. I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm tired of people, you know. And then, like I said, every day is a challenge. Every day is a challenge, you know. It's a challenge, you know. My nephew he just passed away. Well, he was murdered in January, and that bothered me.
Auntie, I'm sorry.
It keeps
every time I hear it, I just
and I have to say he was murdered. He didn't lay down and go to sleep and didn't wake up the next morning. He was murdered.
I ain't gonna lie, that's one that I'm still dealing with mentally. Like I'm not over that. I'm not over it. I don't know. Even after 6 years with my god brother, and you know what I mean. Like it's probably a few more people. Like my cousin Mickey, one of my cousins, on my granddaddy's side, he was shot in the face for nothing. Off a Burlock. His name Mickey Davis. I mean, I got a lot of people that I could just probably sit up here and name about family members and cousins and friends, and it's crazy, you know what I mean? And I like that wouldn't even bother me. Mickey, Cordell, you know, it's a lot of them, but Ooh, you know, I be really trying not to like let it bother me or take over my mind. But it's hard.
It's real hard because you know why it's hard? Because it's a shock. You know, don't get me wrong. You can live the best life, the healthiest life, do the right things every day, and you could just be walking down the street and a piece of metal could fall out the sky and hit you in the head, fell off an airplane, anything, and kill you. You know what I'm saying? You could be walking down the street and the truck could lose control, run up on the curb and kill you. You know, you could be walking down the street, some fool just down the street shooting
True.
and get a stray bullet there because bullets ain't got nobody's name.
Yep.
You know, on it. So, and it don't know who, it don't know, oh, you innocent, I ain't gonna hit you. I'm gonna go around here and hit this person around the corner.
Yeah, I'm just going to curve around
You
you.
know, that don't happen, like that. But, it's just a lot, you know, and that's why every day I try to make the best I can out of each day because you never know. You don't know when your last day is coming. You don't know, um, anything can happen to you. Like I said, I can live the best life. I'm working on my health now, trying to get my health together and get it in the right place. You know, I'm dealing with cancer. I'm dealing with everything you can have when you're overweight. I got it probably. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, everything. I'm dealing with all of this stuff and cancer and steady trying to just get my. I don't want to be on high cholesterol pills. I don't want to be on this. I take 48 pills a day.
48.
48 pills a day. And I don't want to take 48 pills a day. So I've really been trying to work on myself. I've been trying to do better healthy things. I've been trying to juice. I've been trying to find different just different stuff to do. Healthy stuff. And looking up this I can't remember a lot of all this different stuff that you can do. So when somebody I trust tell me, oh, I know how to do this, I can do that. I've been doing this and this has been making me feel better. I really need energy boosters.
Yeah.
I'm trying to live. My only bad thing right now is them energy drinks because I'm losing so much energy. I feel like I'm losing so much energy. I can't, you know, I ain't got no to me. So that's my biggest bad thing right now is energy drinks. If I can leave them alone, if I can find me some natural ways to boost my energy, that's I would do it. As long as I ain't got to sit there 4 hours making something together. So if somebody know how to do it, and you're doing it already, hook a girl up because I promise you I'll pay for it. Just hook me up too if you're doing it and it's giving you some energy boost. Let me know because I promise you I'll try it. I will. I'll try almost anything at least once. Um,
I love my Red Bulls too. I know we got to stop them though.
yeah,
Everybody always trying to get on my case about them.
me too. I bought a case some the other day. You know that though. Because I mean I can drink 2 or 3 of them a day. I promise you I could. You know, and I don't know. I ain't gonna ever tell you they make me feel better. They give me more energy. No, my
Might be a
mental,
mental thing.
it do. I'm gonna say that actually. I mean, I need to give me something to put it in the bottle and just shake it up and say, "Oh, this is my energy boost," and just drink it, knock it back, and you know. So, but yeah. Like dealing with the fact that like I lost my mother. It hit different. I promise you, it hit different. You know, it hit you different. And, so
Yeah. Because when I went through it with my dad or my real dad, because the only reason why I say it like that is because some people know me in real, they know me off of here, so they know that I call my I got 2 dads. I have 2 dads, and I had 2 dads, but my biological father he passed away, and it was hard because of different things, but it it's like you talk all this little big boy talk. Oh yeah, you mad at somebody and this, that, and the other, but then as soon as something happens to them,
hmm
all that stuff go out the window.
it does. You forget all about that
For
stuff.
real. And it's difficult still, thinking about like what could have been, where we could be, or what like ifs and all that stuff. And it don't get easier.
Mhm.
I like it really don't. But at the same time, I have been able to accept it a little bit more. and be a little bit more okay. But I don't think it's like over. And then I know it ain't over because I had a crazy sister that wanted to act a fool not too long ago, and I know she's still grieving and going through stuff herself. You know what I mean? And I just feel like it's not gonna get easier right now. We still got a little time to go through it, and we gotta all pull together and eventually go through it together and talk about it. But I feel like nobody really have when it comes to my brothers and sisters. But that's another topic for another day. But I do feel like we do gotta one day come together and really talk and really just get our feelings out there.
Right, and respect each other's feelings. That's the thing. See, that's the thing. That's the key. I don't have to agree with you. I don't gotta think that you're right.
Right.
I can say you wrong in my head.
Yeah.
Or if it's not loud, I can say, no, that ain't right. That ain't right. But what I will say is I can respect you. That's what it is right there. I know that's what it is.
See if I can get around.
Go ahead. But, respect what your feelings about the situation, because who's to say my thoughts are right and your thoughts is wrong, and your thoughts is wrong and my thoughts is right. So for me to sit here and try to pretend that you is wrong and I'm right because I feel different than you, that's wrong. Or me not to respect that you feel that way, I can say we can agree to disagree. I love to agree to disagree. So that's where it comes from for me. It's just agreeing to disagree with other people who you can still respect that. Love each other. So, but let me see. So that dealing with that loss, dealing with losses and different things. But I think when you lose your parents, sometimes I feel like an orphan because my mom and dad both gone. I'll be like, dang. Both my OGs gone, and I be sometimes feeling like I'm an orphan now. That's how I be feeling sometimes. I feel like I'm an orphan, and old as I am, I'm an orphan, But I know who my mom and dad was and who they was to me and who they are, and the legacy that they left. So yeah,
Sorry, y'all. Super booty.
She got junk in the trunk. But see, that's the part about doing a live podcast too. We can't tell y'all who's gonna knock at the door and what they're gonna come for. At this point, so we just try to.
That was some business for her, though.
Exactly.
Money.
So yeah, I was just saying, because my mom and dad both gone, I kind of feel like an orphan sometimes.
You know what's sad? Somebody else just said that. They made a status about that. One of my, I'm not gonna say he's not my friend, but I just been knowing him for a long time from like being in the party scene and stuff. Mm-hmm. But one of my homies or friends or whatever, he just made a status about that. It made me sad. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Well, both of my parents gone. Do that make me an orphan?" I'm like, "Bro, don't say that."
But I mean,
don't say that.
I mean, you don't have to.
Or do what he say? Does that make me parentless or something? Or something he had said that was sad, and I'm just like, why would you say that? Like, no. I mean, yes, but no, it don't, because you have parents. Right. I mean, you have parents before, so I see what you're saying. Okay, look, Auntie Lisa, she loved looking up words and saying, what is the definition of it? Where'd my phone go?
Behind you.
Oh, I was gonna say, look, let's look it up. Let's see what the actual what the word orphan, like, what's the definition of it?
Because even an orphan had parents. They may not know who their parents are, or.
But I thought like an orphan was a person that got sent away, like signed over.
I mean, either way it goes, they still have parents.
But you're not signed over.
Right.
Your parents just was, God just wanted them back.
He signed them over. He took them from me. Like a thief in the night.
Okay, it said, what is the full meaning of orphan? A child deprived by death of one or usually both.
Oh my God, that's what an orphan is. So I am an orphan.
Oh, I should have never read it.
Oh, I'm an
Now
orphan.
you make me sad.
I know, because I want to tear up, but I'm trying to make it into a joke. Y'all say, yeah, y'all want to see me go cry. There's a tissue. But that's deep. What do it say? Read it.
No, I'm not reading it over.
Read it
I'm not
again.
reading it
Okay,
over.
you gonna make me have to pull it up.
No,
You
because
have to pull it up.
dang, that just made me sad.
The definition of orphan is, yeah, you're an orphan. Both your parents, because you know, if you think about it, back in the days when kids went to orphanages,
It was because
most because both of their parents had died. You end up in an orphanage and they didn't have no other family member to
it's
take
a
them.
orphan, a child whose parents are dead.
Oh my God. Orphan.
No,
Definition of orphan.
no. Oh, auntie,
I
don't
know.
say it like that.
I am an orphan. I used to try to be funny. I used to mess with my sister and brothers and say little funny stuff when we were younger coming up. I used to call them bastards and shit. I'm like, I'm the only one of my mama kids ain't a bastard. You know?
Oh my God.
Now this bastard is an orphan.
Oh my God. Stop talking like that.
Orphan.
I can't deal with my auntie sometimes, y'all. Did you see how messed up me and her sense of humor is?
Mm. But yeah, that's crazy.
Well, you're not an orphan for me, auntie.
Oh,
I'll be your mama.
Lord. That's the problem. These kids want to be my mama. That's the case. That's the case. Look, but that's the case. I sure got a mama somewhere around in here. She must have got a phone because she quiet in the mud.
But honestly, though, yeah, I mean, it's a little difficult, you know, grief in dealing with death
And then have you ever somebody pass away and you be walking somewhere and you go somewhere and you see somebody look just like that person?
Yes.
Marlo, you still on here? If you still on here, girl, I almost sent you a picture the other day. I was in a store the other day. I seen a man. I promise you, I ain't gonna tell you who he looked like. Just like Aaron. I promise you, he did. He looked just like Aaron. The eye color, everything. And I wanted to take a picture of that man so bad. I was like, oh my God. That man screaming. I think I followed him around the store for a minute with my eyes. Just kept following him. I wanted to hear him talk, you know, to hear his voice and stuff, you know. But yeah, that dude, he I swear that man looked just like Aaron to me, and I was like, man, that's scary. That was deep, you know. Especially when you see somebody, and you know that person gone, and you see somebody that favors them and things like that. That's deep. I know it's deep for me.
every time I try to put this hat on camera, I do it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I done turned it on.
I ain't gonna tell y'all, she came on my house yesterday after she came from church on Easter Sunday with that hat on
with
and a dress on. I said, I know you wouldn't sit up in church like that. Would you? I had to ask her, would she sit up in church? The hell on.
Listen, I'm a gang member every day, Sundays too.
What gang you in?
God's gang.
Okay. You in the GG? I was like, this girl is funny. That's deep. I don't even want to look at this phone no more either. Now, that don't make me sad. I ain't gonna get stuck there because.
No, don't get stuck.
Yeah, but yeah. I think right now I'm in a stage of I'm trying to be accepting of the losses that I've had, you know, in the last year. I'm trying to accept them and trying to find myself a new normalcy because I'll never be the same. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I can ever be. I don't think nobody can ever be the same. After so many losses, or even after one loss, you can have one significant loss, you know, and you just won't be the same. And because life is different, because you have to operate different. We can go back to the death of your father. I'm mad at him though right now. I got mad at him because I talked to him 2 days before he passed, and he was supposed to go with me to Bay Beach for my baby birthday. We went up there to Bay Beach on the 27th of July, and we were going to spend the weekend up there. But I promise you, I couldn't find no hotel room. He ended up not coming, but I was trying to find a hotel, and we couldn't find a hotel room to spend the weekend up there. So we came back, and we came back that night. We came back late that night, and by the time I got up good the next morning, that's when I got the phone call. No, actually, I went and picked my mom up from the hospital. She was in the hospital, and she was getting out the hospital. I went and picked her up from the hospital. I got home. By the time I was walking back in the door, I got the call about him. And I turned around and ran back out the door. My mom said, she sat down. She said, I can't go. She said, go ahead and call me. And I ran. And I don't know. I think I pushed one button and every one of my contacts got a phone call from me. I remember calling one person, but by the time I got to my daddy's house, if they wasn't there, they were pulling up with me. And they was like, you called me. I can't remember. I remember calling my baby sister. And I was telling her what was going on. And I got there, and I just remember I got there and I was walking up to his room because he died at home. I was walking up to his room, and Deborah walked up the room, and she looked at me and she put her head down. And I said, no, he didn't.
That's my
Did that, yeah. And I went in that room, and he looked at so, and he was still warm. I got in the bed with him. I said, and I got to talking to him. I got to talking crazy to him, and he still felt warm. And he just like had this smile on his face. He had like a little smirk on his face, like, girl, I'm out here. I seen something I want to see. You know, it's like he saw something, and his face didn't look pained or nothing like that. He just looked at like he had like a little smirk on his face. I wish I had that picture, but I did take a picture of him, but I don't have the picture. And he just looked like he was at peace, and I was mad at him, you know. And I was telling somebody the other day, I'm older than my big brother now. Earthly years I am. I'm older than my big brother now because he was 50 years old when he passed, you know. And when I was coming up to my 50th birthday, it wasn't feeling right to me. And then when I turned 51, I was like, it dawned on me, I'm older than my brother. I can keep aging him all I want, but on earthly years, he was only here 50 years. You know what I'm saying? I can keep aging him every year. All I want, I can keep celebrating his birthday all I want, and all that different stuff.
Do you think that is we wrong for celebrating their birthdays?
No, I don't think we're wrong for celebrating their birthdays, but I think it don't listen. It doesn't help sometimes. I don't think it helps us. I don't think it help us get through. And some people say it help them get through it, but I don't think it help you get through it. I think it pacifies some people because maybe they didn't have the best of relationship with that person, and they want to make it seem like they did, you know. And this is just my opinion, y'all. I could be wrong. You can tell me I'm wrong, and you don't gotta go by what I say. And I'm not asking nobody to believe what I say or accept what I say, but I just think it doesn't make it better. You know, the first year after he passed, I did a balloon release for his 51st birthday, and that's the last time I did something for him. You know what I'm saying? You know, on his birthday, I always say happy birthday, happy born day, bro. And a lot of people, this is something I get on people about, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I want people to really consider this and think about this. People be like, happy heavenly birthday. That ain't that heavenly birthday.
True.
If you was born on September the 1st, if you didn't die on September the 1st, that's not your heavenly birthday.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's one way to look at it.
Your heavenly birthday is the day you passed on, if you really want to think about it. That was the day they was born. So if y'all ever see a post and I post,
like yes,
and people be like, happy heavenly birthday. No, I'll be happy born day. That's the day that you was
I
born.
always put heavenly birthday, and I think it's just like, I think it's to give people, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just for me, it's like to let people know that they're not here no more. Maybe that's why I said.
So I mean, well, if we're gonna celebrate birthdays, let's celebrate the real heavenly birthday, the day they passed on. You see what I'm saying? If we're gonna celebrate a day, because they say we should cry when the baby's born and we should celebrate. But
When they
the
pass
Bible said
away.
when they pass away.
That's true. That
So,
do say
so if that's the case, then y'all let's instead of celebrating the birthday the day that you was born on this earth, let's start celebrating the day that you passed on. Cause that should be the real celebration that you went into eternal life. That you ain't suffering with none of the madness of this world no more.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
That's. I mean,
That's
I never really
just
thought about it that way.
That's just a thought, but to each his own.
Someone said they say a funeral is a celebration.
Exactly, and they're supposed to be. The funeral do supposed to be the celebration. It actually does, and that's what they say. This funeral supposed to be the celebration. We're supposed to cry when the baby's born and rejoice when somebody passed on. That's exactly what they say. That's the way I've always was told. But we don't do that.
I think that's just because of our carnal minds. We don't look at it in the spiritual mind.
Exactly.
We look at it in our carnal human, mind. Like,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
we don't separate it when
don't.
we come to death.
We don't.
We just
Mm-hmm.
our minds go, it go like this. We don't really be,
And that's why I think a lot of times I'd be at peace if I know I had that quality relationship with somebody that was sick and they passed on. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna miss that person and my heart hurt and I'm gonna grieve that person. But I'll be so at peace about it because I know that person know who I was to them and know how I felt about that person. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
If I loved you while you was here, I loved you. That makes a difference, a big difference to me. So
I feel like one thing that I noticed, especially with like fellas, especially being in Milwaukee or in certain areas that have like a lot of deaths, I don't think people like fully acknowledge or and express how they feel about the death or that person, about them dying. I think people like they harbor those feelings, don't accept it, don't acknowledge it, and I think that's one thing that we do have to like learn how to do, and give people a platform or a space to actually acknowledge and express how they feel fully how they feel about that person, the death. How they really taking it in and not judge them.
right.
Especially dudes. Because like we talked about like last week, and we talk about often, dudes don't get to express themselves enough, and I feel like that's one thing that people really need to do is acknowledge and express how they fully feel when somebody passes away. Really say how you feel.
Exactly.
If you sad, you sad. If you mad, you mad. But you need to express that.
Get it out. Once you get it out, then that's that first stage where you can learn how to deal with it. Because if somebody that you care about, somebody you've been there with every day for all of your life, or that first person,
That you grew up with, you first hit the little bottle with them and then went through some real experiences with them. Then that was the first person that you went to the mall with and kicked it with, and you know what I'm saying?
You got a whooping for it.
Right.
I got many whoopings for your daddy, girl.
You got whoopings for him?
I got whoopings for your daddy. Tell you, girl. Let me tell you. That boy was something special. He used to sneak out that house. I promise to God, Mom used to nail doors and windows shut.
She used to nail them shut.
Nail them shut with them big, good nails.
And he still get out.
And she would nail them all the way in and bend them down where you can't pull them back out. I'm telling you, the boy was like Houdini. He used to get out that house.
How?
I don't know how I don't know how he got. I wake up. All I know is I woke up to him either coming, either at my window, knocking on my window for me to let him in, and then we was on the second floor, so he would climb up on. He would scale the back porch, and my room was right up over Mama's room. He would scale the back porch, and he would knock on my window. and I would either go let him. I would go. Oh, I would go. I used to go to. She nailed the back porch door closed at first. So then I used to get it loose. I said, Jimmy, it loose. Have me a screwdriver. Having a screwdriver, I always had it hid, and I could bend the screw off of it and open the door so you can get in the back porch. But after a while, that fool was climbing in my window. Mama had that, and then Mama fixed my window. She fixed my window where my window went open, but this much. Man,
He still used to get out.
man, he used to get out the house. I don't know how. I think for a while he was going out the front door or the back door.
Just bold.
He was just bold. When he wanted to go, he wanted to go. And yeah, and I had to catch a fade for him every time. I hear Mama was a joke.
This was Big Mama or Grandma May?
Oh, John May wasn't playing with him. John May wasn't playing. John May, I would hear John May. And he was one of them Negroes that like to sleep in his drawers. Yeah, if he knew what he knew, he should have been trying to sleep fully dressed with some padding on. So she come up in there, she snatching covers, and she get nothing but red ass. She would tear that nigga up in his drawers, tear him up, and he catch the fade. I get under the bed. I knew she was coming for me next.
They said that people be harboring emotions, and a lot of people don't know how to express themselves.
I believe that. And then you harbor on a lot of people that I think harbor emotions. That's what makes it so. I don't know. Maybe that's their coping mechanism, and it ain't. I don't think that's a good
It's not.
coping mechanism. I think you should let it out. I think if you gotta cry, like you said, cry. If you wanna, whatever, do it. You know.
You gotta, and also like not to be funny or stuff, but I know like okay, for example, me and Auntie, we and her went through the same 2 deaths back to back together, and I probably wasn't as much of a support for her, especially that first week when my cousin passed away. I definitely probably wasn't no good to her, but you know she did try to give all of us, meaning every person in the family, a platform to actually just express themselves if they had to or needed to. And I feel like that's what we need. We need somebody or people, or all of us, even me. I need to be able to learn how to be a little bit more open when deaths happen. Don't get me wrong, like I said, some of them is a little bit more difficult. But maybe if I'm more open and helpful and there for others, maybe then it'll help me deal with some of them emotions when I do go through them.
I believe that. I agree with you on that one. I totally agree with you on that one.
Because even with my little cousin that just got killed recently, I'm still dealing with it as far as like, first of all, he was 15 years old. That's number one. That's crazy, you know. And again, another person that didn't even do nothing. I mean, I wasn't there, so let me just say that. But from how everybody explained the situation, he didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, long story short, it's sad. It's sad, and I'm dealing with it off of 2 different ends because I'm a community person. Like, I love people. I love the world. You know, I love people. I want the especially Milwaukee to get better. But then I'm dealing with it from the perspective of that was my little cousin, my family member, and he got killed. And it's like, you know, like it's hard, you know, but at the same time, if somebody do need to come talk to me about it, I think that I'm a little bit more learning. I'm trying to be open to people expressing themselves about it, especially like my younger cousins and younger family members. Because, you know, like, well, you don't know, but one of my cousins, they had the same name, same family. I think that they mamas, if I'm not mistaken, was probably pregnant at the same time. And if not, then one of them is like literally right under the next, like right under. So, you know, it's, of course, he probably go through a lot, you know, thinking about it. First of all, we got the same name, got the same nickname. We family. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably like hard for him. And he a young boy, you know? And it's like, but we, like he said last week, sometimes we sit up there and be like, oh, well, they a boy, they'll be all right. No, they need somebody to talk to too.
Exactly. Especially young people, y'all don't get it. Young people, they're not built like I'm even saying, even like when I was younger, the young people today ain't built like what I was when I was coming up. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people try to tell me, they try to tell me that I grew up in a what do you call it, non-traditional home setting. Well, damn, I didn't know that until I was grown. I knew this person was this person, this person was this person, and everything, but I didn't know the way I grew up was politically wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was normal for me. I didn't feel like I didn't feel nothing out of place. I didn't feel nothing different than what somebody that grew up in a two-parent home.
Right.
You know, and so I didn't see that like they saw it. Society seen it. Society saw it as grew up in a non-traditional home, but that ain't how I saw it. I I saw I grew up in a home where I ain't miss a meal. I had my own bed. I had my own stuff. I had my own identity, and I felt loved. So I don't know what a non-traditional home setting would have been until somebody told me grew up in a non-traditional home setting. Anyways, so that's my about how much emotion I have on that. But you know, just to step outside of just even like because we're talking about loss. I wanted to talk about loss. It's a lot of different kind of losses, and if you look at it, it's a lot. It's a lot of different kind of losses. You could be loss of a job, loss of this, loss of a pet, loss of a relationship that you thought was gonna last forever. That could be in that could be a friendship. Like you could have lost somebody that you thought was your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You could lost
I
your
went through that.
spouse. You know what I'm saying? And I mean,
No, look.
I went through that. Oh, you lost your best friend.
But no, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. No, but them the moments that you gotta adjust to life though, Auntie.
Yeah. So I mean, and it's hard. I mean, I can attest to this. I mean, you're in a relationship with somebody and you really want that relationship. You really got loving feelings and things for a person, and then now that person not there no more because y'all just couldn't figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's hurtful too because it changed the whole spectrum of your life. It changed the whole spectrum of your life, and mm, mm, mm. I need you to leave out of here, baby. Baby keep messing with me, y'all. She distracted me. I need you to walk out of here. So one of my phones is dead. Now you would have got the other one to kill it too. Okay, thank you, baby. Bye, baby. Okay, you can wait till I'm done. Bye, bye. Thank you. Okay, so next Monday she won't be here. No, it's after school hours. She won't be here.
Maybe.
Right. I'm gonna talk to daycare. Keep hugging. Y'all keep hugging. Okay, but
But no, like I guess you know that's part of adjusting to life.
mm-hmm.
It sucks.
It does because when you and this is I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is something I went through this week. If anybody my Facebook friend, I'm sure y'all. Sometimes I post stuff. Sometimes I post stuff really random, and then sometimes stuff be come across my mind, and I have to. If I don't write it down in my little notebook, I type it and put it on Facebook. Because I think it's very important not to attach your happiness to people or things.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you attach your happiness to people and things, when the things break, when the people let you down, or things don't work out, however, those things that affects you. That affects you because I know it affects me. It affects everything about you, your whole everything. You know, so my thing is, I'm trying. This is me working now on me. I'm trying to be happy within myself and build my happiness based on me. I'm not just still don't say it that you can't something that you do won't affect me and make me sad.
Yeah.
It's just saying that it won't I won't be so overwhelmed with the situation where it's affecting my life to the point where I feel like I'm getting depressed or
Mhm.
I don't want to be around other people and just stuff like that. If
But
that makes sense.
That's also going back to not having expectations for people too. You know, I mean, I know that's a little bit off subject, but
No, not really.
I think that a lot of times, you know, we expect people to still be there. Is what I'm saying. That's what I was getting at.
Okay.
I was expecting because we have so much history, or I was expecting because I treated you so well that you know what I'm saying that I wouldn't lose you, or you wouldn't, you know, or we was always gonna be locked in.
Mm,
You gotta stop having expectations for people. That was my problem.
okay.
I had these weird expectations when I moved back. I really friends to still be there, you know, brothers and sisters to act the same. I expected all these different things, not realizing that what they say every 7 to 10 years people change. I was gone for 7 years.
Okay.
Seven
And that's
years.
deep. I can relate to that.
But I didn't really realize it because I was coming home every other week or every other month or you know as often as I was, and I was thinking like, oh, these connections is still there. I'm thinking people were still like there with me, and I come back home, be every day. It's I'm acknowledging it. I acknowledge my feelings. I tell people how I felt about it, and now I'm just adjusting to life, and it sucks.
It is.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Adjusting to life don't mean that you got to be happy about it.
Right.
You know, when it comes to whatever it is, death, or and just a friendship, or and the loss of a job, or and the loss of $50. I'm not gonna be happy that I lost $50 upstairs.
I know.
Just made. I literally. Oh my god, y'all! This is a story time.
That's because you're trying to keep my money. That's what it was, y'all.
I literally had just made money, y'all. Made like I probably made like I don't know $100 on the hairdo, maybe whatever. Went outside, did something, trying to hurry up, trying to rush. Had the money in my pocket and lost $50, y'all.
But you lost more than $50 because you went back up there and found some of it. Remember?
Yep. I probably lost like $80, but
She
I
went-
lost. I had lost like at least $50.
She never recovered the other 50. She went up there and found some of it in the snowbank. But the lady at that car got her.
This lady at the car kept on waving me off.
It was
like,
like, oh, it's a blessing. Thank you, Lord.
I slick think she took my money, but we ain't gonna talk about that because I adjusted to life and I had said to myself, you know what, Lord, somebody needed it more than me, and I just left it alone. I had to adjust to life. I wasn't happy about it, but
She was able to adjust.
I was able to adjust.
Amen. God is good.
But
Bailey, did he come get your dog?
and I guess that's the last part right there, huh? Auntie saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Saying goodbye to the 50.
Mm-hmm.
Saying goodbye to people. Sadly, you gotta say goodbye. When you say goodbye, I guess that's part of like the funeral
No, we're not.
or part of like different things, different situations. You just gotta learn how to say goodbye.
Can I take him outside?
Say bye.
Can we outside?
It ain't again. It's not going to be easy. It's not.
Say
gonna
see
be
you
easy.
later.
See you later.
Deuces.
See you later.
Mm-hmm.
Friends.
Yeah.
$50.
Mm-hmm. But we also, and I do believe in is, I know this is something I have a difficult time with, and that was I have to laugh at myself, boy, because if I don't laugh, I might cry. But I have to laugh because a lot of times, more than not, a lot of times you ever heard somebody say, "It's a season for everything in your life." Da 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 da. It's planting time, seed time, all that good stuff. I can't remember all the jumble jumble that people say at church, but 'cause that's a church thing, you know. But it is, you have to plant a seed in order to receive a harvest. But and then there's also seasons like summer, winter, spring, fall, and sometimes somebody might great might come in your life, and they only supposed to be there for a certain amount of time, just to balance things off for you, and then they got supposed to move on. But sometimes we get these people in our life, and they so great to us, and they just filled us up so much. We keep trying to hold on to them.
True.
Trying to hold on to them. Oh my God! I feel like he'd tear that person away from you in such a way, so you
That was all
understand
they was there for.
that they was there for this time, and now it's time for them to be gone. And we be trying to hold on to people that we don't. We be trying to hold on to people that only supposed to been there for a short amount of time, and we have that bad. But,
I can say that I agree with you on that.
so my thing be, and I'm gonna be honest with you, is we have to try to identify what purposes that people come into our life for. Go ahead, Bingo. Stop. That's my little puppy, y'all. I got a little puppy. This man Bingo. Well, I got two puppies. I got Bella, the good dog, and then this is Bingo. He the bad dog. He just won't stop. So just a new addition to the family. That's Bingo. Bella, she chillin'. She don't want to be bothered. She be like, get out my face. Leave me alone. Bingo, he's gonna try to find something to get into. But God be
I just realized you got the wrong. What's the name, Darren?
do I?
That's for the Apple woman.
Oh wow. Let me see something. Let me see banners. I put the right banner down there. Okay. Let's try.
You wrote a new one.
I had put a new one down here.
Let's see if it's up top.
Here you go, right here.
Nope.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what's the
Okay.
name? No. Keep it.
You want me to keep it?
Yeah, you gotta keep that one, but then we gotta
Okay, let's see. Do it.
no. Go. You gotta go to the top and see if it's up there.
I don't think it's up there.
Wait, what's that one? Awakening. Oh. There you go.
Okay. I put the wrong banner up there. See? Russian. Being late. Destiny had me being late all the time. She got me thinking that we supposed to be late every day.
We is.
Every time we come on here.
No,
That's
we supposed to be oh get down. Bingo. Trying to fight on me. Yeah. I don't got nothing for you, baby. Get down. Bingo.
But yeah,
Get away. No, but I forgot what we was just
talking about when it's time to let something go. When people come in our life for seasons and just for seasons, we be trying to hold on to them because God, I can tell y'all a quick little story about how God cut somebody away from me, and He did it raw. He did it raw.
He said you chewing it out that gum.
Oh no, you better shut up.
No, but I feel like also too, Auntie, he would pull that person away from you, or he'll make it where y'all have a weird situation, and it's just like, why did that happen?
Because I'm telling you, this person had been around me for almost 2 years. Every day, working together, kicking it. She was a friend. I thought she was a friend. Holidays, everything. You know, she ain't had no kids or nothing, so she would come over my house for the holidays. If she went with her, if she didn't spend time with her mom or something like that. She would, every holiday was supposed to be my baby's godmother. And I really think that I want to say I think she played me the whole time. It's easier for me to look at it like that now than to say it probably was real then. But when it was time for it to be over with, I didn't let it go, or we didn't step away like we both. We didn't let her. I didn't let her flourish on, and I didn't flourish on, and left that. Our season was up. I didn't accept our season was up, and kept trying to force it, and me forcing it, and maybe her forcing it. God just told that situation up. He made it so ugly. You know what I'm saying? He made it so ugly that I don't even think if we walked past each other right now, you wouldn't even know we knew each other. That's how ugly God made that situation. Because I mean, I could go into details about this stuff, but it ain't even worth going into all those details. You'd have had to be here to get it, to really get it, the full effect of it.
He said that he feel, or if it's not meant, God will take it away, or allow them to hurt you. That's what he said.
Yeah, because I was hurt bad, and I was so hurt. I felt like I had to pick up my face for a couple of days. It took me about a month and a half to really just say, damn. You know, I was mad for a while, and then when that madness went down, it's just like, damn, this person really inserted themselves in my life, or was inserted in my life to a point where I didn't think that person would be not there. And I did. And I'm going to be honest with you, hindsight was something else too. When I sit back and think about different events, I'm not saying I see no shadiness in her towards me at that time. I'm not trying to say, oh, I missed it. I just seen how I knew how that person was with other people and stuff that person did to other people. So I don't know why it never occurred to me that it could be done to me.
They all, I mean, that's a saying that, you know,
so
the way a person treat other people is how you should, like, you know, like, I guess, like, observe how they treat other people. Oh, I think that's mine. It's broken. Yep, that's that one she said she broke.
I just seen it down there. We can fix it. I don't think it's broke.
Yeah.
It's not broke. She just didn't put it back on properly.
She said it was broken.
It's not broken.
Make sure it ain't Bailey then, because I thought Maya was broke.
But God made that situation so ugly that I couldn't even look at that. I can't even look at that person no more. She really just she did the very most, you know. And she might feel the same way about me too, you know. But you know, that's kind of how stuff goes. But you know, back to even the transition of friendships and relationships and things like that. When you think that somebody's supposed to be there, oh, we're supposed to go through this hard time. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. Sometimes you ain't supposed to fight.
It's true.
Sometimes you're gonna let it be and appreciate what you did have, and that it ain't there. It just ain't there no more.
It's a dope saying I have recently came across. It was said, "Stop trying to help the ship float, and just sit back and let it sink." And I ain't gonna lie, that's a great one for me. Cause
that ain't no dope saying.
It is, because once you think about it, every time you be trying hard, it always backfire on you. If you think about it, the moment that you don't try hard, God like put it right where it need to be. Sometimes it's over. And we don't even be wanting it to be like you said.
Right, you know, we be fighting it. We be fighting the evidence. Not the evidence. The evidence. Because, But, what I'm going to say.
But what they say, it's so hard to say goodbye.
Yesterday. Hit the high note, girl. Hit the high note for me. But yeah, that's why I think it's important. It's really important for people to take some time to themselves and just really figure out how to make themselves happy within, so that when you are by yourself, or when you find yourself by yourself, and the different people and things that you thought that was there to make you happy are gone, you still can find happiness within yourself, so that you don't put yourself in a state of depression, or it don't affect your life to the point where you're just kind of operating in ghost mode.
Mm-hmm.
Because I felt like I've been operating in ghost mode, um, and I don't like that. And it's like I know this, it's like that you're hungry, but you just don't go get nothing to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hungry. It's refrigerator food right there, but I'm not gonna walk over there and open the refrigerator and get me nothing to eat. That's how I've been. That's how I kind of been feeling. Because I can come in here sometimes at 8 o'clock in the morning and sit there and not do nothing. The noise y'all hear, I'm gonna tell y'all. If you hear the little flickering noise, that's my little puppy running around here on the floor, messing around by the microphone because we got the mic sitting down here on the floor. So that's my puppy. That's the noise you hear. That's but but yeah, that's deep. That's a deep one for me.
No, I can agree with the last comment Marlo made, because when I was going through depression, well, I'm gonna be honest. Like I always say, I like to be honest on this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming out of depression, so I'm not necessarily out of it. I'm working on it,
Right.
and it is what it is.
And with that saying, you know better, you got to do better.
Yeah.
So if you know the state that you're in, as long as you're working your way out of it, you're not stuck in it.
But it took a long time for me to realize that I didn't need people. I did myself, and I to really deal with, actually understand what I was feeling, actually take the time to like deal with myself.
Yeah.
You know, because I was always like, okay, well, I'm gonna just go talk to my boyfriend. You know, I'm gonna just go talk to him and let him know how I feel, or I'm gonna go talk to this person, and but then when I didn't have nobody, like nobody was probably answering the phone, or nobody was like emotionally available for me because they was basically going through probably some of the same stuff I was going through.
Right.
I had to sit there and really like
Bingo.
take time and really because I didn't try to hurt myself, but I almost hurt myself.
Right.
This is a small testimony. I did almost hurt myself. I could have possibly really hurt myself to the point where I could have not probably be here no more.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I sat down and I really like took time to really acknowledge and express how I felt to myself and cope and learn how to use my coping mechanisms from my job when I had the mental health job.
Wow.
I had to actually, which is crazy, I had to use what I learned from my job to get through what I was
But
going
you were
through.
trying to teach somebody else. To teach somebody else the mechanism you're trying to teach other people. You use them for yourself. That's deep. That's deep. See, that's why you had to learn that stuff.
And that's until you say it. That's crazy because that's what I had said to myself. I said it's crazy how things come back around.
Exactly.
I never really understood. Like, first of all, how did you land in a mental health job? That's number one.
It wasn't a career choice you made, was it?
I was like, first, who? I got a job in the mental health field. Where did that come from? That was number one, you know. But then look, 5 years later, I have to actually use them.
You learned some of those skills you learned for yourself. Wow, that's deep, and ain't nothing wrong with that. That's good. That's what you got that job for, so that you can learn how to deal with things within yourself to keep you from going to that other side. That's deep. But yeah, I had to come to terms with a lot of stuff, and right now I'm still coming to terms with a lot of stuff of how things is, because I never I never perfected the art of being alone. I see you said that learn how to be happy with yourself and being happy with being alone, Marlo. I like that. That's deep, and that's part of it too. I never like being alone. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? From one situation to the next, here to there, here to there, here to there. Always got somebody around me, and that's part of one of my character traits right now is me. Even if I'm not in a relationship, I'm always trying to take care of other people. So that's right now that can fill this void. I never seen it that way, but I know that's what it is now. If I ain't in a relationship with somebody and trying to be the caretaker in that relationship instead of letting somebody take care of me sometime or caring for each other. If I ain't that person, then I'm trying to take care of this grown person, that grown person, and probably neglecting the people that really need me. That's why I think I used to love to work with kids too. So
That's the reality.
it's deep, ain't it? It's right now. It's all coming to me like right now. It's like dang, you know. I don't have a problem with helping people and being utilized to help people. I just don't want to be misused and abused to the point where I'm pouring out so much that when I get empty, um, how do I get back refilled?
Right.
Because once I'm empty, that's when I start to spaz out.
Mm.
Because when I'm empty, I ain't got nobody to pour into me, so I'm starting to spaz out. That's why I have this philosophy. I always want to be in a room full of smart people. I don't never want to be the smartest person in the room
Yes.
because if I'm pouring out to somebody, like I said, I'm getting empty. Bingo, cut it out. You getting mad?
No, that was my belly.
Oh, you. I thought with Bingo growling. That's her stomach over here growling at me. I'm about to feed my niece after this podcast, y'all. But I want people to pour into me, so I try to be around people that pour into me. You know, it's like the other day. Shoot, we turned a 15-minute conversation into almost a 2.5-hour conversation. Do you know the other day? That's what we did, and it was just. I mean, we got.
It was helpful though.
It helped me because I got some tools out that conversation, and I ain't gonna say I'm all the way back full, but I'm full enough to know that I ain't what do you call it when you're thirsty? I ain't dying from thirst. I ain't dehydrated. I'm not dehydrated anymore because I felt like I was dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? And that's a horrible feeling dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? Mouth all dry, everything dry, throat itchy and stuff. I got refreshing.
I like that.
You know, so it's good to find somebody that can pour into you and you get refreshed because it ain't never good to be empty. Once you empty, and then it don't take the slightest thing to just set you off once you empty.
It's true.
You know, so my biggest thing is trying to keep me somebody around me that can pour into me, so I don't always feel empty. But dealing with my new normalcy of different things, with the loss of my nephew, and I really just it trips me out because I'm never gonna see that dude again. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of the coolest dudes I know. I ain't saying he was perfect, but he was just a cool dude. He just when he walked
was
around, he was
cool.
like Cordell funny. What Cordell gonna say now, y'all? So y'all know, everybody know Cordell. Y'all know. Y'all been waiting to see what Cordell gonna say. If you say you wasn't, you're lying. Or you didn't really know Cordell, so that's why you ain't said that. But yeah, that's deep. And then with the loss of my mother right behind Cordell, you know, I think the anger part of my stage went, with the person that killed Cordell, I feel like they killed my mama too. Because I feel like Cordell death was the thing that kind of made her give up. completely. She had been sick, don't get me wrong, but I can't think of one person that could have told me they thought she was going to pass. Look at this dog. Come here. But I can't think of one person. Can't nobody in my family that know my mama could have told you they thought she was going to die. And I think about stuff that me and her talked about before she passed on. I think about the stuff that we talked about and different stuff that she said to me. I should have knew that she was giving up, and I didn't know that she was giving up, and I missed the signs. It was for me to miss it because I couldn't handle it at that moment. I probably would have went crazy if I would have saw it, but it wasn't for me to see. But she said she kept telling me different stuff. She kept saying stuff to me. She kept saying, you know, like I told her, I was like, after, Cordell had passed on, she was in the hospital, and I was telling her, you got to get yourself well so you can come to Cordell's funeral, so you can see Cordell one more time. I don't want you not to be able to be there. I was talking to her because she had been half eaten and couldn't eat and things like that. And I said, so you need to go on and do what you got to do and eat and stay strong so you can come see Cordell one more time. She said, I'm gonna do what I got to do so I can see Cordell again. That was her exact words. She said, I'm gonna do what I got to do. I'm gonna see Cordell again. First she said to me, I don't want to see Cordell like that. I can't see him like that. And then she just said, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to see Cordell again. And I was like, come on now, you gotta eat, you gotta do this, you gotta take your medicine, you gotta do this, do that. And then me going, I felt like I went in auto mode. People think I'm hard like that, but I ain't hard like that. I went in auto mode. To prepare for those two funerals because I did both of their obituaries. I did shirts for Cordell. I did this. I went in auto mode so I can do these things to detach myself from it to an extent where I can do what I do as a businesswoman for those people that I love. Because why would I want somebody else to do it? You can't. I don't want a stranger to do it if it's something I can do. And that was for me to do. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that I should have done. Nobody can compliment them or know them better than I would know them. So therefore, I put myself in auto mode in order to do the things that I did for them. But me so wrapped up in the thing with Cordell and all the details of everything with Cordell, I didn't see her slipping away. I didn't. And I can admit that. And I talked to her on the phone and this and that other. We say things, words, we exchange it. I didn't see it. But I promise you, when I was in that hospital after she passed, I promise you, being in that hospital the day she passed, I had a rush. All the conversations that we had in them days coming up to her death, 10 days coming up to her death, I had a big rush, like, damn, I missed it. And that's what I tell myself all the time, I missed it.
But like you said, it wasn't for you to get it, especially not at that time.
It wasn't, and I accepted that it wasn't, but I still be like, man, I missed it. How did I miss it?
Sometimes I think about that with my father or my dad, because well, I always say because I gotta stop saying that phrase. I say it all the time. I'm like, don't nobody know what you talking about, girl. Why you talking about some because you know? But me and him had like a rough patch for some years. But then out of nowhere, like, he just called me and we just talking and stuff. I was still upset with him a little bit, but then like I softened my heart for some reason. I softened my heart and I was able to take in and we chopped it up, talked a lot. He talked to my daughter because at that time I only had one. So he was able to talk to her. We sent pictures to him, different stuff like that. We was talking to each other a little bit more often. He'd call me and check on me because I had went through like a sickness and things and I almost passed away. And so he'd call and check on me, leave messages and all that stuff. And then like wow, a month later, he passed away on me. And I was like, dang, I wonder if that was like, a thing that I missed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because it was just like random. Like, I mean, maybe it wasn't random to the universe, but it was random to me that that he we was talking more and different stuff like that. But it was just like random. When I say random, I guess I mean because it was so long that me and him had like real conversations. You know what I'm saying? Besides like when he had got sick, I think like once or twice that we had to go to the hospital and different stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like us having like a one-on-one conversation, it was like years. You know what I mean? And so it was like it's sad. It was crazy, but it was sad to like. But I was happy at the same time because I don't think I would have been okay dealing with it or even acknowledging it more or accepting it if me and him never had those conversations and if we never was able to amend what we was going through. If that, I feel like it helped me a lot. And like you said though, it's like, did I miss something? Was he trying to tell me something?
Right. I don't even think he knew. I don't even think he knew.
But I do think I'm just happy and grateful that we was able to.
And you want to hear something that's funny? After he passed, I had his cell phone for a minute, and I think I listened to messages between the two of y'all. I text message, and I seen text messages between y'all, and you don't even understand. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm one of these people. I don't gotta tell everybody everything, but that made me happy because I know. My boy dog and my girl dog, he keep messing with her, so she gonna beat his butt. She don't play that. She one of them.
She alpha, no.
Okay. She alpha female. Don't smell on my butt if I don't tell you to. He hiding under the seat barking at her. And that's what he doing.
Scary butt.
Cut it out. But I did that, and I saw that, and that made me happy because men don't always understand how to do certain things. And I was
Did he change your sound?
Huh? Did he check my sound?
Did he change it?
No, he didn't.
Oh, he put his hand on it.
Mm-mm. Move it. But I was just happy. I saw some interaction in his phone with him and his kids, and I'm being honest, especially because I know y'all had a rough patch.
Yeah.
And it especially made me happy because like, dang, they were able to make amends. You know what I'm saying? So she can be at peace because that would war with me.
Yeah.
That would totally war with me.
It would have definitely messed me up. Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still get mad today at him and stuff, but that's just like you dealing with your own personal stuff and you got to heal. Yeah. But like, I definitely would have been messed up.
Yeah. And I'm just happy you was able to get, it's kind of like a closure. Yeah. Kind of closure. Like, like, hey,
And then it made me feel like he at least cared.
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah, he cared, but you don't know
how he cared, and you didn't,
or you don't feel it all the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then when you hear somebody say something to you, or you talking to them, and you hear these messages, and you be like, he cared.
Yeah.
Like after all, and then don't get me wrong. Me and him a lot more alike than I probably know. So he just as stubborn as probably I am, or as vice versa. I'm probably just as stubborn as he is. So, we have to go through what we have to go through. And I have to go through what I have to go through with him to get to who I am today. So, because if I never would have went through that, you know what I'm saying? Now you never know who I would be today.
Exactly.
Seriously, like it's like again, like I keep saying, and I know it sucks to say that, but it's true. Like you got to go through certain things to be who you're going to be. You got to go through certain relationship situations, and God got to take you through certain things to get to where you got to be as a person.
Yeah.
If you don't go through them things, you will never be who you're supposed to be.
Deep. Yeah, that's deep, and that's true. Anybody got some comments? Anybody want to come on? Anybody want to share something with us on the experience? I'll send you a link. You can come on live with us. We ain't like that. We always welcoming guests. We even sometimes we even corner a guest. Like
Go through what you go through. Yes.
yeah.
No, seriously, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
For real. You gotta grow.
She been getting that wise advice. You been getting that wise advice, Marlo? Yeah, but that's deep, yeah. But
Marlo kicked it with us all day.
yes, she did. Yes, she did. She came outside.
I like that. I like that, Marlo. We appreciate that.
Yeah. And make sure we come on Monday, every Monday at 5:15, or 5:16, messing with her. We here every Monday. We just talk about different topics. We finna really work on bringing some topics to light. I got a book I'm gonna give Destiny. She didn't know about this. Today I'm gonna give it to her. I want her to start reading it, and in 2 weeks I want us to talk about that book because I read that book already, and I actually got it on Audible. So I'm gonna re-listen to that book. And I'm gonna I want us to both to just kind of give our sides to that book. But I got the book, so I really want to you know that. So yeah. So but anybody got any kind of topics, y'all? Something you want to talk about? Something you're thinking about? Something going on out there? I was really sad this morning.
I'm sorry. I wanted to just add on there because Marlo said that she here for it.
Oh.
And we read your comments, and I just want to tell you that we not like I'm sorry for your loss, but I hope that you're getting better and accepting it more with your uncle. And I know it hurt, I know it's sad, but God will help you through, especially if you believe. I'm not saying that He's not going to help you if you don't believe, but I guess I'm just saying
it don't have to be attached to no other religion. Just know that it's something that we get through. It's a new normalcy. We have to accept the new normalcy. That's just like when I always tell people to wake up and stay woke. Awakening is about accepting new normalcies, something new. If you don't like the way something is happening, you can't keep doing the same thing you're doing to think something different gonna happen. You can't keep drinking water through your nose with a straw, thinking that it's gonna feel okay. You ain't gonna never get choked.
Right.
You can't do that. You gotta stop. You gotta put the straw in your mouth and take your time and drink it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's about and if every time you drink one drink, you can't remember what you did that night, you got to stop taking that drink.
That's true.
You can't.
I'm sorry.
When you see we ain't got no drinks today, because Destiny tried to get me last week, y'all.
I ain't gonna lie. She be saying stuff that I don't be knowing what be going on. I don't be knowing what she be talking
I know, because she already be drunk when she get here.
I don't be drunk. I don't be drinking. I don't know what she's talking about. Miss Lady, it's a lady. Miss Lady.
Let me ask Savea about that. Maybe Lady. Destiny and Miss Lady is Destiny's other personality. I think I discovered something. Y'all heard that? I heard them shots fired too. Okay. So I'm gonna have to talk to Miss Lady next time she here, because this Destiny today, because I know she's sober today. But anyway, okay. Then again, she might not be all the way, but she
don't know y'all.
She usually is.
She knows nothing.
I'm gonna figure it out though. But yeah, I saw this morning on the news. I saw it was an accident on 91st and Silver Spring, and I thought it was really sad because it was 2 young people passed away in the accident. It was a car caught on fire. 2 cars collided, Wasn't sure which car didn't yield the right of way to the other one, but they had a crash. It's right there on 91st and Silver Spring, and it's a gas station. It's an old gas station, but I guess they had removed the pumps, so it's a convenience store there, and it was just sad because this car still exploded and there was no gas pumps there. So imagine if the gas pumps were still there, what would have probably happened? You know, a whole little corner probably would have been gone. You know, but yeah, it was just really sad. And two young people died on scene, and one person went to the hospital and everything. Look, my little sad.
She don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, that's her other ego. Miss Lady is Destiny's other ego, Marlo. Definitely, you gotta watch her. Cause when Miss Lady is in the building, you can't trust her.
Yes, you can.
She gave me a can, let me drink out of it.
I didn't.
It had moonshine in it.
That's how you know.
Ooh, she had some of that old corn liquor in there. Yes, sir. And if you're from down south, or you know somebody from down south, I'm sure you've heard that before. She had that corn liquor in there.
God bless my auntie.
I know. He blessed me because he let me messed up that day. I had to catch an Uber home and stuff.
Lord Jesus Christ.
Had me walking sideways. Then after the podcast, she ran out of here and left me. Didn't even say bye. Called me back and said bye. Left me to drive home.
Don't believe her. Don't believe her, y'all. Don't believe nothing she say. Until y'all come down to the cafe. CPDP. CPDPP. Until y'all come down here and witness it yourself, these are all allegations. These are all allegations.
Allegations that are true. But yeah.
Listen, that's what that's called. Nobody knows.
Yeah. But I just want to say this though. Anybody you experiencing any kind of loss, I mean, even if you don't think that you by yourself, because everybody has some kind of loss in their life and they deal with it, and everybody deal with it different ways. There is no right or wrong way to deal with your grief or a loss unless you're just not dealing with it at all and you're internalizing it, and then that you can turn it to a bomb. Then you can explode at the wrong time on the wrong person, and put yourself in a bad situation. And nobody wants to do that because it's not honoring. I can't honor my mother's passing by me and my niece falling out because I'm holding stuff in, and every little thing she do, I'm making it into something bigger than what it got to be, to the point where we explode on each other. That's not cool. That's not honoring my mother's loss. Now I just lost another family member. So that's another loss to add to the loss that I've already got now. No, that's not how we do it. And that's not how we should do it. You know, you got to find somebody. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Black people do need to go to counselors sometimes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we do need a therapist sometimes. Because we don't think we need that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But we do need that. We do need that sometimes. Sometimes we got to let go. Rip it out. Let everybody have it. Not everybody have it, but, you know, let all that stuff out. Get it out of you. Get it off your back so that you can live better and you can feel better about yourself in different situations. Because I promise you, it's not good. It's not good. It messes you up. Like right now, like I said, me dealing with a lot of health issues, me holding stuff in, it ain't doing it but making me sicker. It ain't doing it but messing with me more. Because I need to do better. I need to let it out. I can find a healthy way to vent. You know, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if you remember during the pandemic, it was on Fox 6, they had this place. And I think it was out in Brookfield or Pewaukee or something like that, or New Berlin. It was a place kind of like, it had a bunch, it was kind of like, you know how you do the, what's that little paint gun thing? It was a place similar to that, but it just had a whole lot of stuff you could just break.
Okay, I think I know you're talking
You
about.
just go
It's like
there
a
and
wreck
just bust
place.
windows. It's
like a wrecking place.
Yeah, you just go there and just take a bat, hammer, whatever, and just break stuff. Let it out. That's kind of like what a counselor is for you. You can go in and just give that counselor all that stuff that you got built up on you. If you like I said, I was mad with my brother. I'm still mad with him. I get mad with him every day sometimes with him leaving me.
She said it's called MASH.
MASH.
Is that the name of the place, or is that what you just saying like the word?
Yeah, but yeah, it just broke, just breaking stuff. It was bottles and all kinds of busting windows, all kinds of stuff they had in there you could just hit.
Yeah, I seen that on the Trippie Redd, one of them rappers.
Mm-hmm.
He had took a camera crew to that, something like that.
A place like that. And just,
Yeah, that's the first time I ever seen it. So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I think it was like it was during the pandemic, and they were talking about you could make appointments and go there, have your private little sessions there. You could take your half an hour and just break stuff.
Yeah.
Bottles, windows, whatever, just hit stuff. So I thought that was deep.
This off topic, but I want to know what you think about them panic room places, or they're not the panic room, but them it's like them rooms where they lock you in, and then you gotta try to get out.
Oh, I ain't into that kind of stuff.
Me either.
I've seen too many stupid movies, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff.
But I just want to know what you think.
I wouldn't go to nothing like that.
It's like clues. They give you clues, and you gotta try to find your way out.
I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. I don't think I finished the movie. I think I went to sleep on it.
Escape Room.
Yeah, Escape Room. That's the name of the movie. I think it was.
Yeah.
When it was like, and then it was like, you could tell they was in some kind of theater thing, and doing, and then like, and I think a couple people died. And from
I didn't even think the whole cast died.
Listen, up to the point that I've seen, it was a couple people that had died. But I'm like, why would I want to put myself in this kind of situation?
It's crazy.
Or you didn't understand the whole game. See, you got to understand the game before you play the game. You got to know what the end result of the game is. So, no, I'm them kind of things I'm not into. I ain't
no, but I do think that everybody
ain't locking me in nobody's room.
Need to look into even if I feel like honestly, to be honest with you, I don't think that you need it every day, but I feel like at least once, and you just talk.
Yeah, I think you should.
Conversation with somebody that don't know you.
Yeah, sure. I think people have therapy and don't even realize they're having it sometimes because you could be somewhere. I've been to a stranger before. Don't even know this person, and I don't even know the person care what I said or even probably remember me. But sometimes you can vent to a stranger and get stuff off your back.
True.
I mean, like big time. So yeah.
Yeah, but I guess I feel like.
Yeah, Jill said it was called Escape Room. The movie that we talking about, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just think you need that. You need that, or you need that one person that you can really talk to, like you said, with no judgment. No, you don't gotta get it thrown back in your face because that's the thing that that get me is people. You're scared to really expose yourself, put yourself out there because people throw stuff back in your face at different times and different points, and that's really scary. But and I'm a music person, so I listen to a lot of music, and I think it was Monica. She had this song. She was saying, she just needs somebody to. What did she say? What was her exact words? She said something about she wants somebody to that won't use your demons against you.
Mm-hmm.
You use them to help me. You know what I'm saying? Not use them against me, So yeah.
I hate that too though, see.
Like
that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Like but don't let me sit up here and tell you some stuff about me because and then you use it up against me because you would never ever hear anything
and that's
else about
I'm
me.
telling you that, and that's a bad human thing that happens to not a lot of us. A lot of us, because I've seen people do it to other people, and I'm like to myself, please shut up.
Yes.
Because some of the stuff I don't even want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. And I'm gonna tell you something else I can't stand. I can't stand no pillow talking dude that turn around and repeat stuff you said too. That irritates me so bad that that's another podcast right there. But I can't deal with a person doing that to people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't expose me. Don't expose my weak side because I trusted you with it. And that's why people don't trust people these days. That's why people are going through the things that they go through these days, and that's why it's like that sometimes.
And that's why I'm trying to preach to people too about making sure that you be a safe haven for people and stop talking so much. Stop talking about people's stuff. If somebody come and talk to you, learn how to shut up. Why?
Especially if you're not trying to devise a plan to help that person.
Just listen and shut up.
Exactly.
Listen and shut up and let it be.
Yeah.
Because obviously you feel like you were somebody that they could talk to.
Exactly.
Like, and or just tell them before they get started. Be like, look, I ain't the one
that you
for
want to
you
talk
to
about.
exactly, because I'm just not the one. You ain't got to tell them why. You could just cut them off,
man.
And if you a real human and you real, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm real. Like, I'm gonna tell you, no. Before you get started, I already see where this conversation going.
I can't do this.
I'm not the one, and I have done it before. Right. Or I just let you know I gotta go. I gotta go. I ain't equipped for that conversation. Like last week when we was trying to talk a little bit about grief. Remember I said that to you. I said I ain't not today.
Yeah. So we end up cornering Derek up in here.
Not today, LT. I ain't ready today. I ain't ready. Yeah. But like you just gotta learn your own boundaries. Mm-hmm. You gotta learn your own boundaries and learn stuff about yourself.
And respecting other people's boundaries and things like that is a good thing too. You've got to. Because like I said, I don't have to always agree with everything you say.
Yeah.
But I can respect that that's your opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the platform that we want to have here is we don't have to always agree with what you're saying. We're gonna respect it though. Yeah. And that's all we ask for is the same respect.
Yeah.
Ask for the same respect that you
especially if you come on our show.
Exactly. You can't tell me, oh no, you're wrong. No. Well, I don't agree with your point. This is what I think. This is my point. And we're going to respect your point, too. We're not going to beat your point up. We might laugh at you. Especially if we think it's crazy. And you can laugh at us, but we're not going to tell you that your point ain't valid.
And you're not invited no more just because we ain't see eye to eye.
Exactly. Especially, I love to have a challenging conversation because maybe you could say something that I could think about tonight or tomorrow and it'll change my opinion on it.
Yeah.
Because every human being has a prerogative to change their mind. Okay. But you just got to give me a reason too. You can't beat my reasoning up and think I'm going to listen and figure out yours is a good reasoning.
Because even like this is just again just a little quick, but even like when we talked about the alpha woman and alpha male thing, when I had the week prior, I kept saying, "Oh yeah, I'm an alpha woman. I feel like I'm an alpha woman." But then I did my research and I was like, I don't really think that I'm actually an alpha woman. It's not that I don't think that I got qualities of an alpha woman.
Right.
It's just that I don't think that how they said everything an alpha woman is, I don't feel like I'm actually
all the way there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or not even, because that's not like, alpha woman is not like number one. Well, we're going to say it. I'm going to say it. Let me say it the right way. That's not the, an alpha woman they say is top tier or whatever. That's not the only top tier woman out there. But I guess that, like, to me, that's my personal opinion. I was just saying, like, I don't feel like that's just me, my personality trait. I'm not an alpha woman. I feel like I'm more of a Sigma woman. Mm-hmm. Which she got a lot of alpha things. It's just she handle her emotions a little different than the alpha woman. So that's the only difference.
Right. Okay.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, so I'm up there.
But I just feel it's good that you could sit back and say, this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because maybe prior to us deciding to talk about this topic, you never even thought about that.
I didn't. I thought automatically, oh yeah, I'm an alpha woman.
Yeah, I'm a boss.
Yeah, because I'm a boss, or I'm an entrepreneur, or I can stand in a room full of men and hold myself, Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I can stand in a room full of men and hold myself together. But when I get mad,
anybody when they get mad, you got to be quiet.
Well,
or you go too much. Either way.
So
Okay,
me,
so-
for me, I have to internalize mine, take it in, think about it for a little bit. But see, they say with alpha woman, they can take a situation and just head on. You know what I'm trying to say? Even when it's happening at the moment.
But that just comes like with time. Like when you first learned how to walk, you didn't get up and just start walking.
Yeah, but I don't feel like even with that, I don't think I'm wrong for that. Only because the reason why I'm saying that is because, Auntie, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I can get a little bit disrespectful. So I feel like
What?
I can, especially when I get mad.
Chill.
I turns up.
You can't make me believe that.
Oh, please. And so I think that it is good for me as a person to really take a step back for real.
Right. Sometimes
Like
you have
seriously.
to. But yeah, that shows that's grown woman shit though. If you know something about yourself and you can act on it accordingly in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
But me, I get petty sometimes. I be wanting my lick back. You know.
Yeah.
Anybody ever wanted their lick back? Because I know I be wanting mine back sometimes.
She said the big debate.
Yes, it is. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap this up tonight. I think we had a good talk. But like I said, the basis of it is loss. If you lose something, the loss, how do you deal with the loss? And basically, my best advice to anybody is don't hold everything in. Don't internalize everything. Don't turn and then don't make your loss about you. Make your loss. Don't make your loss about you because it ain't really about you. It's, well, your loss, the way you feel is about you. Don't get me wrong. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. The way you feel about your loss is about you, but you gotta come back and you gotta make yourself find you somebody to let that stuff out to.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm a music person. I sometimes I get in my car, turn the music up, and just go for a drive and get it out, get some of it out of me. But if you got to talk to somebody, if you need to talk to somebody, if you need to hear somebody hear what you got to say, you just find that safe person you can just let it out to, or call somebody and tell them, look, I don't want no advice or nothing. I just need somebody to listen to me.
Yeah.
Just hear me. I just need to let this out because it's deep. So,
And that's like she said, any loss.
Mm.
Any loss. Friends or you know, deaths or anything like a job and stuff like that. You just express yourself. Let it out.
let it out because it's important. It's important because stress will kill you too. Stress, holding all that stuff in, it make you sick. It'll make you sick, and that's the truth. So if you're dealing with something you need to vent, find somebody safe to vent to. Shoot, go get on the bus and talk to a stranger. They might not give a hoot and don't pollute, but you ain't got to worry about it getting thrown back in your face.
Thanks.
You know, find somebody safe to talk to.
Just don't let them pull out their camera.
Hey, you on World Star?
World Star.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the best way to help this way is to get you a therapist. Find you a therapist. You can go online and Google therapists. You can find any of anybody that got a doctor can get you in tune to a therapist. Just say, hey, I need to talk. I need to get some stuff out, and it's important to get it out. You know, and do it that way. But again,
Thank you.
thank y'all.
Subscribe.
I told y'all I was looking for people to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll give them a percentage off their next single shirt order. So or they single order. You need some business cards, I'll give you a percentage off of that. You need some flyers, invitations, whatever. I'll give you something. I'll give you a percentage off of it. Just
Screenshot when you subscribe.
screenshot when you subscribe to your YouTube channel, and we got you. You come on in and say, hey Pam, da. I'm like, okay, yeah. So make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll see y'all next Monday. what our next topic is gonna be. We're gonna figure this out for the rest of this week. We'll figure it out. We'll let y'all know. I'm working really hard, y'all, to start letting y'all know what our topic's gonna be by Wednesday, and then you have a few days to trying to.
Ask some questions or send us questions in
Yeah.
the inbox.
And if you're interested in the subject, you can inbox one of us and let us know you want to come on the show. You
Yeah.
can come sit with us. We'll get you a chair here, or we can pipe you in and let you come in and talk live on the show as well. So we want everybody's opinion because we trying to learn. This process for us is about learning, understanding certain things, even things that we don't know nothing about. We want to understand it.
Like that currency thing. If y'all have any real understanding of the U.S. currency situation,
I'm gonna
we'll
look
let
at
them
that now.
know.
You got me nervous now. Shoot, that's for my money. I don't work too hard for my money. I'm trying to make my dollars insignificant.
That's
or
what they
whatever.
trying to do.
Insignificant funds.
Yep. They trying to turn it into the U.S. dollar, I guess. Means nothing. That's what they want it to be.
But then that's the thing. How you gonna turn it to the U.S. dollar means nothing, but you here in the U.S. trying to
Build, live.
exactly. Oh,
They say that we got way more opportunities than all they countries, but then they sit up there and treat us all bad. It's weird.
I take it personal.
It's weird.
I take it personal.
Yeah. I'm coming up with all types of stuff.
I'm gonna hang her. She acting like her baby now. Her baby told us the other day. She said, "That's crazy."
That's crazy.
So yeah. So in the words of my little niece, that's crazy. We out of here.
I don't know where my hand at.
Oh my God! Did I end it yet? I didn't end our bro. Not yet ended.